Hi everyone, and welcome to an energy reading, this time for the month of December. This is going to be a collective reading for the energies ahead. We did do our monthly live on Instagram yesterday. Yes. Those are always on the first Monday of the month. You can find the exact date on my bio. Next one will be on Monday, January 6th. So thank you so much for being here. Please do follow me on Instagram if you're interested in those energy readings live over there. And let's start the reading. Let's see what are the energies for the month ahead. On the that was fast. There is only light. Let's put it over here. And awakening. It's interesting that the same image is in the middle of two, and it brings that energy that we were talking about, that this month the energies might feel like they're moving slow, but they are moving. There is a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes at an energetic level, at an emotional level, and as you can see, this light is coming from within yourself. It is igniting and expanding into an awakening. And we talked about it in the last collective energy reading here on YouTube about these next level ups are just that, a layer of awakening in ourselves, in what we're stepping into. It's also interesting that during the collective energy reading, as a self-care ritual, we were called to connect to the fire element. Light up that fireplace, a bonfire, a fire pit, candles around the house. And we have this very yellow, fiery light that comes from within, right? Your heart center, your solar plexus, just expanding and lighting up. We've been talking about connecting to things that inspire joy and pleasure, and those things connect to our heart but also connect to our solar plexus. Is those things that we enjoy, that we love, are inspiring us and igniting that inner fire in order to move ourselves forward one step at a time into more abundance. But this is all created through a process of inner awakening and inner clarity and inner empowerment, in order to truly visualize and connect to the manifestations or the goals and aspirations that you are stepping into. That this process is already in motion. It's like, you see how there's a 0, the 2, and the 3, but it's like you're the one. You're in the one element. You're in the space of having absolutely everything at your disposal to visualize how you're going to use it all and step further into it, because you're already in it. Even though it feels, and it is in the very beginning stages of whatever this is unfolding for you. Yeah, on the bottom we have soul family, soul journey, insight, let go, variance, sensitivity, enlightenment. And look at the colors too. A lot of blues and purples. There's that energy of like visualizing through your third eye and communicating this with your higher self, and maybe with others, or just doing the research, like the planning, the plotting of how you're going to continue to step into this, because this is already in motion. There is also that energy of connecting to your soul family, to the people in your life that are part of your community in one way or another, in order to help in your journey, and even give you more insights into the things that you need to continue to let go of, right? so that vibration and the frequency within yourself can shift, right? There is this element of when you cut certain things out of your life, and this could be other words like you purify, you clean, you move, you shift things in your life. The frequency shifts, and it helps you step more into what you want to do, right? If it's in alignment. But that's what we're talking about. We're talking about finding what those things are that are in alignment in order to create that shift, and step into more awakening this month. So it is a very energetic reset point this month of December, and it has to do a lot with the heart, that like lion energy, courage, and the solar plexus, which again connects to the sun, also connects to that lion energy, but also taking action. And it's not about taking lots of actions or rushing through it. This is very aligned, very inspired action, and it feels like baby steps, right? So you know that you're standing on solid ground with the vision and with what you're trying to bring forward and step into. Okay, that was like an explosion of cards. I don't think I'm gonna okay, yeah, I'm gonna take them. We got two cards over here. We got the Grand Cross Provoker, which gives me that energy of tension, right? There might be things that could be tense at the moment, and that could well be because there's this moment of truth, right? We were talking here about letting go, right? And with the sword of truth pointing up, right, to our truth, to our higher self, to our higher aspirations that we are grounding into the earth, there could come tension, right? When you cut things out, usually you want to have it as tense as possible, so it's as straight as possible, so you cut exactly where it needs to be cut, and that can create tension. Remember, I like to say that tension is associated a lot with negative emotions, like, oh, there's tension, you know, there's stress. Yes, but there's also tension in creation. So remember that in order to create, there's things that need to be cut and expand. It's like the cells multiplying. It's like they're technically getting cut in the one into two in order to expand. And they're showing me, yes, like the aragonite. I always feel like aragonite is this like big bang explosion. We're just like, it keeps expanding like cells. And this one specifically, it looks like it was one and it was divided into two. It looks like two together. So that's part of the creation process, of the letting go process, of the stepping into this. And it's also described as like if you're an astronaut and you were leaving Earth, there's a moment that is really tense as you lift off into the stratosphere and into into space, right? So, but that's a beautiful experience, right? This is that you've worked so hard. This is where you want to step into, but it comes with some sort of tension. And we got the 6th house routine. It's funny, we got another 30. 30 could be significant. So yes, 6th house routine. So this is all about creating little by little, right? You have to show up one step at a time. The daily routines that are going to support this new lifestyle, because again, you're it's like that going into space example. You lived on Earth in a house and your routine was one way, but now in space you're gonna be in a shuttle for however long, and the routine is different because the circumstances, the space you're in, no pun intended, is different, right? So it requires for you to show differently, to create new habits, to create new routines, to create new ways of being. And you don't have to like figure it out all at once, but you start with step one. Like, how do you want to start your day? Like, what one thing you keep thinking about, like, oh my God, if I finally just find a way to do this or incorporate this into my life, I think like things would start moving. But sometimes in order to incorporate that one thing, you need to move something out of the way, right? You need to kind of like, let's delete that, or let's shift it, or let's move it, let's make it smaller, right? This is where also delegation comes in, or letting things fully go, seeing what things are creating a lot of noise and distraction in your life that is unnecessary, like it's not producing any nourishment or positive vibration in order for you to step forward into it. This could be habits, right, that you want to like let go of, like maybe you want to start eating healthier, or you want to drink less, things like that, or whatever is it for you, but just as giving examples. Right? Because you say like, oh, if I drink less, maybe I'll wake up with more energy, and I'll be able to wake up earlier, and I'll be able to meditate or go to the gym, or actually make a good breakfast, or work on my side business before going to my 9 to 5, things like that, right? Like, what things do I need to like shift, remove, lessen, etc., in order to incorporate these steps or habits or routines into my daily life that are going to help you step into this new level of yourself, into this awakening. In this case, I'm using awakening as this level up in your life, as where you're stepping into. But it has to come from within. It has to come from authenticity. This is also the main energy that we're stepping into. We want to live lives in more integrity and authenticity with ourselves. And for that, it requires for you to step back from the noise of the world, of friends, of family, of maybe the daily life. And December is a great month for that, because even though there's a lot of parties, you can also choose to leave the party a little bit earlier and go home and spend time with yourself, and maybe think about these things and research about these things, and journal about these things, and make plans for yourself, and start incorporating these things slowly. You don't have to wait until the new year to set quote unquote resolutions. You can start implementing things now, as you move forward into 2025. Yeah, we got here the 12th house escape. About this is like the growth, right? You have to, there's a cleansing and a purification happening, and there is an energy of like staying grounded on earth, right? Grounded in your authenticity and in your truth, in order to figure these things out, to stop escaping. And this might not apply to everyone, but if you've been kind of using substances or relationships, or just like spending money, or just going out a lot, or like things that just distract you, right? It's like, oh, this just helps me like not to think about these things, like I'll figure that out later, right? When you do those things, whatever that is for you, because it could be so many things, the universe is also asking you to not do that, to ground yourself. Sixth house is connected to Virgo, which is an earth sign. They want you here on earth so you can figure these things out. You can't escape into the watery, illusions and dreamland. Yes, have your rest, which goes with the 6th house, but do not escape. Do not continue to escape, because in escapism, you will not find the answers. You will continue to just delay this process, and sooner or later it will catch up with you. And that's the thing, when you don't do the work, the universe will send you to do the work. So do it voluntarily, show up. Let's see what else. What else do we have? 2 2s, 22 can be significant as well, because this boils down to an 11, which is another master number. There's a 2, and then we have a 2 here, and then we got 30 and 30. Those can be significant numbers as well. Well, these are a lot of cards. Let's see. Okay, just this one. We got the metal sheep, foresight and careful planning. Okay, we're at that point where the cards are just confirming what we were talking about. The 8 is also connected to the strength card, which is the lion, the sun energy. So, and I love the lilies because they come from the mud, they come from the darkness, and they blossom into the light, just like this awakening, right? And just the universe is just asking you to have that inner strength, right? The 8, that inner strength to really have foresight, to sit down with yourself. And remember, we talked about all those like blues and purple colors, your third eye. You already received what is happening because it is already in motion, but now you have to really visualize it so you can continue to ground it through your routine this month and continue to plan for it. Again, this is more of a planning and researching and talking about it with the right people, with your soul family, and kind of like making little moves here and there to bring it all together, not rushing. It's not like a do type of energy. It's just like go, you know, as you go, like take little steps, one thing at a time. You don't have to like super rush it or anything. But it is time to show up for all of that. And yeah, we got at the bottom, follow your curiosity and breaking through the barrier. So breaking through the barrier we just talked about is like that tension of like going into this next level. It requires to break through that barrier in order for you to get there, and that barrier is your comfort zone, right? So there is going to be some tension there in order for you to create this life. But the universe is saying follow your curiosity, you know, follow your heart. What is calling you? Pay attention to that. Don't disregard it. Like look it up online, find a book about it, talk about it with a friend from your soul family, right? From your community that knows a little bit more about it. So you continue to find those little breadcrumbs and those like puzzle pieces that are guiding you forward. And again, this is not about like super doing it, right? This is not fully that time, but these things are already in motion, and you want to continue to support your path forward by following those nudges of curiosity, so you can break that barrier, right? And continue to see the shifts that you need in order to step more fully into this awakening, into this next level. Okay. And we got here Mother Mary. Into the arms of a mothering embrace swells a wisdom full of grace. In thy bosom where she whispers sleeps the eye of the winter. So this is also giving me that energy of coming back home to yourself and coming back home to your intuition, because Mother Mary is feminine energy, divine feminine energy. And see, really coming, look how her crown is just similar to this energy right here of the awakening, and it comes right from the top down. There is only light. So this is the crown, what you're receiving, your crown chakra. You're receiving already what is happening, and you have to connect it only to the light, you know, to your curiosity, to your heart, to your courage, to your truth, right? So you can truly step into this next phase in more alignment with your essence, in more authenticity, in more integrity. And no matter your gender and how you identify, this energy is about nurturing yourself, right? Giving yourself the space and the rest and the quiet and the self-care rituals that will allow you to clear your mind and find inner peace, to find more clarity of what you need. When we were talking about that fire energy, and at the bottom we got candle magic. Finger the spine and caress thy lips, like the spell spilling from your grip. Connect to that fire energy, to the fire within yourself, to your solar plexus. Again, you might want to light candles, fireplace, bonfire, fire pit, meditate, write on a journal, right? Connect to rituals, crystals, maybe teas, etc., that connect to your solar plexus chakra. I would also suggest your heart, because I feel they're both really working together at this time, to bring more of that truth forward in order for it to be grounded. Okay, so now we're going to move into the tarot for extra information. What else do we have for the energy of December? They're also showing me this. I believe this is the flower of life, that the pattern, you know, it connects to here, here, here. It's the seeds that are already being planted. It starts to expand and expand, like we were talking about. You know, this is time to put in that work. Not so much like action, but that planning, you know, that foresight. And look, she's holding a candle. This is great. I love it. Yeah, like do your research, do some self-care rituals. It's so funny, at the bottom we got the Hermit, right? It's coming within to yourself, and the Queen and the King of Cups together, which are all about that self-care and that intuition and that nurturing, right? And again, more confirmation, like this doesn't matter what gender you are, like that energy is right here. And that's the work that we're doing right now. It's very internal, it's very energetic, it's very spiritual. Right now is not the time that we're going to see a lot of fruits for it, right? But we are working towards them. We're getting clearer about the plans and the ways to do so, because this is the time that we're ending this cycle, so we can begin a new one. Again, there might be tension in the air, especially if we don't see things moving as fast as we wanted them to, and maybe some fears start to come up or some doubts start to come up. But and we see that here with the bottom with the Nine of Swords. But this is the thing, we have to end this cycle so we can start a fresh one. And this is a big one, and we got that seed of life here again. New beginnings. Okay, we're gonna get one last card. Yeah, and we got another 7 in reverse. It's like right now things are not quite moving forward, but it is time to strategize. It is time to plan. It is time to visualize, right? Make those vision boards, write those intentions, do the research, talk it with the right people, like work on it internally and emotionally. These energies, yeah, things might start to move forward a little bit faster. Like there's gonna be some sort of like breaking through the other side at some level. Yeah, between 7 to 10 weeks. So it's like 2 to 3 months, give or take. So yeah, So beginning of the 2025, it's gonna be a time where things will start moving a little bit more. Okay, let's get some number cards. Okay, that was kind of okay. 1717, drama alert, independence, soul mission, alone time, learning, healing, aspirations. The words independence, because this is like inner work. We got the hermit, right? You have to like alone time. Soul mission, like get really connected to your soul, to your essence, to your heart, to your truth. Learning, right? Like how am I going to do this? Healing, there's a lot of healing that is happening at an emotional and energetic level as you step more into these habits and routines and realizations as well. And you connect to your aspirations. And it says, take a few deep breaths and focus inward. You need time to think things over and consider your options. At this time, you must rely solely on yourself. You might not believe it, but you're heading in the right direction. What appears to be a lull in activity is just a natural part of the process. So just trust the process. This is all happening for you. There you go. Hopefully the reading wasn't blurry all this time. So keep at it. Keep moving forward. And to finish up the reading, I'm gonna get some tea leaf cards. Okay, dagger, fear, worries, tense situations. I'm gonna put that right here with that grand cross provoker. You know, again, there might be tensions. Growth comes with tensions, and this could be inner tension. This could be outside tension with situations with other people. It's just growth requires that, like the shuttle, you know, cutting through that breakthrough. But know that you are highly thought of, okay? And I think this is a reminder to stay in integrity with yourself. I love how it's like they have like the same sideways and the bun. That you're supported by the universe, that you have a soul family, a community that loves you, no matter who those people are and what connection you have to them. Your tribe is there, and that you have a birthright of standing in authenticity and integrity with who you truly are and who you are becoming and who you want to become more of, okay? You are celebrated, and it starts with you, right? And that's why we need to do some alone time to really honor ourselves and honor our truth, to really step into this, and the right people, the right places, and the right circumstances will appear because you are supported. Okay. Wealth. For some of you, this awakening and this level up has to do with leveling up financially. There is a stubborn, aggressive person. I'm gonna put this with tension. Maybe you are having some tension with someone who's stubborn and aggressive. And to connect to this wealth card, we have opportunity or windfall. I think like for both sides of the coin, take what resonates. This feels like two different little tidbits of information that might apply both to you or just one of them. But some of you might be going through some tension with someone, having some fears and worries. I feel also that these fears and worries can also be about money. But know that the universe supports you. You have a soul tribe that supports you here on earth, you know, your soul family. I believe that even the people who are stubborn and are showing up like this in your life might even look highly towards you, especially when you connect to your essence and your truth, and you stand up for yourself and for the time and space that you need in order to create the life that you want. And also this applies to people who are looking to you and to what you're doing and supporting you with opportunities or windfalls. Okay. And on that note, this is your collective reading for the month of December. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for being here, for sharing your energy with me. If you want a personal reading, you can book those on sparklingcarla.com. I am currently doing until tomorrow, December 4th, until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, a 30% off readings with code THX for Thanks 2024. I'm also doing 2-card readings by donation. You can send your donation to Sparkling Carla on Venmo with your email address or your Instagram handle for me to send you a picture and the message. The suggested donation is between $5 and $8, but if you send more, you'll get a longer reading with more cards as well. And on that note, feel free to like, subscribe, share this with someone you love and that might benefit from this message. Follow me on Instagram for those first Monday of the month live collective energy readings. Subscribe to my newsletter. You can do so on Instagram or on my website for updates, offers, and be the first to know about offers, and to get some moon messages once a month. And that's pretty much. Have an amazing holiday season and December. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.